Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. We are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from the 1970-71 Epic Basketball League. Tonight's matchup is Game 2 of the Finals as the New York Knickerbockers take on the Milwaukee Bucks. Game number 1 on Friday night was brought to you by the number 33. That, of course, is the jersey number of the Bucks star, Lou Alcindor. And 33 was also the field goal percentage for the New York Knicks in Game 1 of the Finals. And the Knicks were held to 33 points in the second half as the Bucks ran away with it. And it was Lou Alcindor who was the star of the game with, believe it or not, 33 points to go along with 11 rebounds and 8 blocked shots. Alcindor nearly with a triple-double in that contest as the Bucks ground out an 11-point victory to take Game 1 of the series. And tonight in Game 2, we'll see if the Knicks can turn things around and generate enough offense to keep this contest close and quite frankly, to keep the series close. So here we are once again in Milwaukee Arena for Game 2, and we bring you tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting New York Knicks, it is Walt Frazier in the backcourt alongside Dick Barnett. Frazier, of course, is a Hall of Famer and was second-team All-NBA in the 1970-71 season and first-team All-Defense. And in the Epic Basketball League season, he averaged 18.8 points, 9 assists, and a league-leading 3.2 steals per game. In the front court, it's Bill Bradley, who struggled mightily in Game 1 of this series, alongside Dave DeBusschere, who had a quiet night. And the big man down low is Willis Reed. Reed had 24 points to lead New York in Game 1. But quite frankly, he was overmatched by Kareem on that night. And it was an uphill battle all the way. Now we move to the Milwaukee Bucks, the home team. And we bring you their starting lineup with, of course, the Hall of Famer Oscar Robertson at the point, alongside John McLaughlin and Bobby Dandridge in the backcourt. Greg Smith in the front court, and the aforementioned Lou Alcindor is the man inside. And before we get started, good evening, Captain Carl, and anybody else who is checking out the game in the chat room tonight. And as you know, Friday night we had some pretty significant internet problems from we thought was the YouTube standpoint, but I did some investigating today, and here at home the cable company said that our internet connection is fine, but from the router standpoint, I did perform a firmware upgrade, and hopefully the firmware upgrade will take care of business here tonight and keep us online for tonight's game. If we go offline, I will apologize in advance. Part of the reason why I wanted to jump in and do a game tonight is to check out and see if this firmware upgrade is the thing that we needed to make the internet work not only for streaming purposes, but more importantly, my wife works at home, and she got so frustrated earlier today trying to work that she had to drive over to the office while I worked on the connectivity issues. So if all goes well here, there will be a good basketball game on YouTube, and there will be a happy wife. As you know, happy wife, happy life. And most importantly, we got to get the internet right for her. So appreciate you coming out tonight to check out the ball game, and let's get it started. Our opening tip-off, once again brought to you by the number 33, as Milwaukee controls the tip. And Robertson immediately gets the ball down low to Lou Alcindor on the low block, working against Willis Reed. Alcindor in the paint. Strong move to the basket. He shoots, he buries it. And quickly the Bucks are out 2-0. Knicks coming back the other way, led by Walt Frazier, moving from right to left on your computer screen. Frazier is going to go to Bradley on the wing. Bradley with the jump shot from outside is good, and we are tied. Both teams already showing signs of life on the offensive end tonight, as it's a 2-2 ball game. Alcindor now comes off the low block, has the screen. Bill Bradley is the smaller man trying to defend him, and Alcindor just puts it up over him and good, 4-2. Frazier brings back the Knicks. He's got Greg Smith on him up top. Can he get to the hole against Greg Smith? He's been aggressive trying to get to the basket. He lays it up and good. Give the assist to Barnett. Nice little give and go play there. Got Frazier free for the layup, and we're tied at 4. Robertson comes back the other way. Comes off the screen from Dandridge, and he's got plenty of space to operate as Reed is late getting over, but Barnett snuck in and stole it. Good defensive recovery there by Dick Barnett, New York basketball. Frazier calls the play. Frazier's going to take it inside once again. Can he get to the rim again? The layup is up, no good. Alcindor made him change the shot. It's batted around, and Alcindor comes up with it for Milwaukee. Here come the Bucks. Robertson directing traffic. Dumps it in down low to Bobby Dandridge. Dandridge gets it over to Smith in the low post. Smith with a good look. Off the glass, no good. Rebound goes to Willis Reed. New York's coming back. Frazier swings it around to Bradley. Bradley gets into the paint. His short jump shot is blocked away by Lou Alcindor. Rebound is taken by Reed, but Dandridge stole it away from him. New York loses the basketball. Milwaukee brings it back down for another try to break the tie. 4-4, 10:13 to play first quarter. For the first time, Robertson swings it over to John McLaughlin on the wing. McLaughlin down to Dandridge. Back over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin drives, lays it up off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound taken away by DeBusschere. New York looks to do something in transition, but they don't have the numbers, so Frazier pulls it back. Frazier dumps it over to Dick Barnett, and it's going to be Barnett attacking the basket. He dumps it off to Reed inside. Reed jump shot from the baseline is no good. Rebound Alcindor. Bucks coming back the other way have it in transition, and Robertson slows it down and calls a play. Robertson dumps it down to the low block to Lou Alcindor. Alcindor, again with that mismatch against Bradley, lays it up and good. Alcindor with the first 6 points of the game for Milwaukee. Bucks lead 6-4. New York comes back with Frazier. Frazier's going to work it down low to Willis Reed. Has that tough matchup against Alcindor, but he steps back and buries the jump shot, and again we're tied, 6-6. Milwaukee's going to run that little play for Bobby Dandridge down on the low block against Bradley. Bradley is just having all kinds of trouble in the low block, but this time he makes Dandridge alter the shot. Shot no good. DeBusschere on the rebound. Here comes New York on the fast break. Frazier's going to push it into Reed. Reed puts it up, no good. And on the rebound, we have a loose ball foul, and that's going to go against Dick Barnett. New York a little more aggressive pushing the fast break here tonight. They've got to try and do something to get their offense going and keep up with this Milwaukee attack. It's going to be Bobby Dandridge to the free throw line for one shot. Dandridge puts it up, and good. 7-6 Milwaukee. New York with the basketball. Once again, they look inside to Reed. Tough matchup in the low post. He rises up, shot no good. Rebounded by Alcindor. And here comes Oscar Robertson and the Bucks. Robertson works against Frazier. Drops it down low to Alcindor on the block. That pass is deflected by Barnett. Alcindor picks up the loose ball. Tosses it up and good. Hot start for Alcindor. 8 points already. And the Bucks are up 9-6. What's New York going to do? They get it down low to DeBuscher. DeBuscher working against Greg Smith. In the lane, good look inside, and he puts it home. 9-8 ball game. Back comes Milwaukee, and once again they're going to look down low to Dandridge. Defended by Reed. Dandridge's short jump shot is good. Bucks go back on top 11-8. Much better performance on the offensive end for both teams here in the opening moments tonight. As Frazier brings the Knicks back. Swings it over to Bradley on the wing. Bradley with the baseline jump shot. He drills it. And he is fouled on the play by Greg Smith. Bradley had a step. Smith tried to get over, but was a step late getting there and fouled Bradley on the follow-through. Bradley has one shot, and if he hits it, he can tie the game for New York. Bradley steadies himself, puts it up, and good. 5 points for Bradley here in the early going, and we're tied at 11. Back come the Bucks with Robertson. Comes off the pick, has Barnett on his hip. Robertson tries to get into the lane, but it is Bradley who steps over and draws the offensive foul. Robertson with the charge, and the basketball goes back over to New York. Good help side defense by Bradley, just what you would expect from a Princeton man. Here comes New York. They're going to look in low to DeBuscher. Under the rim, posting up against Dandridge. Puts it off the glass and good. And with that shot, the Knicks have their first lead of the game, 13-11. 7.5 minutes to play first quarter. Here comes Robertson. Has another screen. Has Reed on him in the backcourt. Tries to get it down low to Alcindor. Threw it up too high, and that's a turnover. Back come the Knicks. Frazier directing traffic. Swings it over to Bradley on the rim. Bradley off to a good start tonight. Bradley over to Reed. Reed with the baseline jump shot, no good. And John McLaughlin takes the rebound for Milwaukee. Bucks come right back in transition and dump it down to Alcindor down low. Strong move to the basket. His left-handed shot is around the rim and no good. But he is fouled on the play by Reed. And it will be Lou Alcindor going to the line to shoot two. First shot for Alcindor is up and good. Alcindor sets himself for the second shot and connects again. Once again, we're tied, 13-13, under 7 minutes to play first quarter. New York runs motion. Frazier gets a step on Robertson, takes it into the lane. His inside layup is good. Frazier goes down after the shot. He will not get the foul, but he does get the basket, and that is 4 for Frazier, and that puts the Knickerbockers back up by 2. Milwaukee looks to McLaughlin. Gets the pass from Robertson, dribbles to his left. Collision on the play with Barnett. No whistle. McLaughlin misses the layup, and Willis Reed takes the rebound. Milwaukee has several additional officials in the stands. All of them are wearing green, and all of them have plenty of advice for the referees as to how to call a better game after that collision between McLaughlin and Barnett. Knicks come back with it. They look inside to DeBuscher. Working on the low block, short jump shot, no good. But Smith got him on the hand, and that is 2 on Greg Smith. Second team foul of the game for the Bucks. And DeBuscher has a 2-shot opportunity here at the charity stripe. The first shot by DeBuscher is up and good. And we're going to see McCoy McLemore in the game for the first time as he is replacing Greg Smith. Smith forced to the bench with the foul trouble. Second shot by DeBuscher is up and good. And the Knicks now have the largest lead of the game so far, 17-13. Milwaukee with the basketball. Robertson looking down low to Alcindor. Has Barnett on him this time on the mismatch. Double pumps. Takes the sky hook and drains it. That is 12 points for Alcindor. They're doing a good job getting him open on the block by running back screens against Willis Reed. We've seen him with 3 mismatches now on the low block. And Red Holtzman for the Knicks is going to have to make some adjustments if they're going to quiet down Alcindor tonight. He's played just 6 minutes and already has 12 points. New York's going to run a double screen down low of their own. They get Willis Reed free on the low block against McLemore. Can he convert it? Yes, he can. 4 points for Reed, and it's a 4-point lead for New York, 19-15. Bucks are looking for Alcindor once again. This time Reed stands his ground. Fought through the pick, but Alcindor buries the short jump shot. And the Knicks defense looks just helpless against Alcindor here tonight. 14 points already in the first 6.5 minutes of play. New York sets the offense. They look to Frazier. Frazier's going to try once again to explore the lane against Robertson. Puts up the little floater. No, he dishes it over to Barnett this time. Barnett's jump shot is no good. And McLemore comes out of the pack with the rebound for Milwaukee. Bucks with a chance to tie. Alcindor has it, but Reed forces him way out onto the baseline. Too far away to get off one of his sky hooks. He's going to swing it back out to McLaughlin. Defended by Barnett. Jump shot by McLaughlin is good, and we're tied. First basket of the game for McLaughlin, and with under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter, we're tied at 19. New York works it down low to DeBusschere. DeBusschere over to Reed. Reed from 10 feet has one go around the cylinder and drops out, but he is fouled on the play by Alcindor. And that will be a 2-shot opportunity for Willis Reed. Very good shooter for a big man. 86.7% on the season, and he connects on the first. Second shot for Willis Reed is good. Knicks go back up on top by 2. 21-19. Bucks with the basketball. Robertson directing traffic. He's going to look inside to Alcindor. The sky hook by Alcindor is nothing but net. Once again, we're tied. Alcindor with 16 of the 21 points for Milwaukee. Alcindor is on fire, and you certainly want to continue to ride the hot hand. But somebody else is going to have to step up for the Bucks tonight, especially when the second unit comes on the floor. We saw the second unit for Milwaukee struggle in the series against the Hawks. They did better against New York, but Alcindor all by himself can't carry 48 minutes for the Bucks. So we'll see if they can spread the ball and distribute better. Here's Dick Barnett, has the ball on the perimeter. He's going to try and get around McLaughlin and get to the basket. Down the baseline. His layup is blocked away. Who got it? Alcindor got it. Bradley grabs the offensive rebound, passes it back out. New York with 7 on the shot clock. They get it down low to Reed. Reed has some space to operate inside, but he backs in and he traveled with it. I think Reed was more open than he thought he was going to be on that play. And he shuffled the feet, and that's a turnover. 4 minutes to play now, first quarter, still a tie game. The open man for the Bucks is McLaughlin on the wing. He's hit one tonight. Can he hit again? He dumps it down to Dandridge instead. Kicks it back out to McLaughlin. Over to Robertson, who's going to pull the trigger. McLaughlin can't get the shot off, loses it out of bounds. To the Knicks. Into the game for New York, we have Phil Jackson. Was quiet in game 1, but had some strong efforts in the semifinals as the Knicks took out the surprising Cincinnati Royals. They're going to look right inside to Jackson on their first possession. They like that matchup against Mark McLemore. Jackson has it in the middle. He unloads at point-blank range, and it's swatted away by Alcindor. Get that shot out of here. 3 blocks already for the big man. Robertson with the rebound. And back comes Milwaukee in transition. They're immediately going to go down low to Alcindor. He flips it up around the rim and out. No good. And Frazier comes away with the rebound for New York. Still tied at 21 as New York brings it back on offense. Once again, they're going to look for Jackson. He's got a mismatch down there against Bobby Dandridge. He cannot convert on the short jump shot. He wants a call, no good. Jackson always wants a call. Alcindor with the rebound, and Jackson is talking to the referees on his way back up the floor. Robertson on the perimeter walks with it, and that is another turnover. New York on offense. Both teams have gotten quiet the last couple of minutes. We've been stuck on 21-21 as the Knicks try to get something going. Cazzie Russell now in the game for the Knicks, and he's got Robertson posted up down low. Can Robertson convert? It's around the rim, rolls out. Loose ball foul on the rebound, and that is charged to Willis Reed, and that is his second. That is not good news for New York, as they need somebody out there to battle Lou Alcindor, who's already got 16 points tonight. This will just be a one-shot opportunity for McLaughlin on the loose ball foul. And McLaughlin puts it home. 22-21, Milwaukee with the lead. Knicks have the ball under 3 minutes to play first quarter. They've got it out on top with Frazier. Frazier comes off the screen. Jump shot from the top of the key is no good. Eddie Mast with the rebound for New York. Can Mast convert the putback? His turnaround jump shot is good. And the Knicks are back out on top, 23-22. Robertson looking for an opening for the Bucks. Gets it in down low to Dandridge. Dandridge against the smaller Cazzie Russell. On the block, lays it up and good. 5 points now for Dandridge. Bucks back on top, 24-23. Back and forth we go. Frazier on the perimeter is going to call his own number, takes the jump shot and nails it. How about that? Frazier caught Robertson sleeping on that possession. Drills the jump shot. Knicks back out on top, 25-24. Under 2 minutes to play now, first quarter. Robertson looks to distribute. And once again, he traveled with it. That is several turnovers now for Oscar Robertson. A little bit of a tough time in the first quarter. He's scoreless. He does have 4 assists, but several turnovers. And New York has the basketball in a 1-point lead. Jeff Webb into the game for Milwaukee. Bucks are going to look inside. Knicks are going to look inside to Jackson. Turnaround jump shot in the low post is no good. Jackson grabs his own rebound. Can he get the putback to go? He lays it up and in. First basket of the night for Phil Jackson. New York is up by 3. 27-24. Robertson directs traffic. Working against Frazier. Dumps it inside to Alcindor, working now against Eddie Mast. Alcindor with the pump fake. The sky hook is blocked by Jackson. Jackson got him from the weak side. Mast with the rebound. The Knicks are going to run. They've got Frazier and Barnett in transition. Whistle and an offensive foul on Walt Frazier. There we go again. Frazier has picked up a number of offensive fouls, not only tonight, but in Game 1. And now we've got some substitutions into the game. Frazier and Reardon now in the backcourt for New York. Cazzie Russell, Phil Jackson, and Eddie Mast across the front court. Milwaukee is sticking with Robertson. Jeff Webb now at the shooting guard, and Gary Freeman is into the game at small forward. McLemore still at the power forward spot, and of course the big man Alcindor inside. As Robertson brings it up, and we're ready to return to action. Freeman has some space on the box, but Russell quickly closes on him. They swing it back around to Robertson, down to Alcindor. Alcindor's going to take the shot with 13 on the clock. His layup is good. And that is 18 points now in the first quarter for Alcindor. Final minute to play, and we've got a foul on the play. Mast got him with the body. Mast was halfway back down the court. He looks as shocked as anybody that he was called for the foul on that play. No complaints from Alcindor as he heads to the line for the bonus. His shot is up, no good. And Mast takes the rebound. Gives a sideways glance at the referee as he gives the ball to Frazier to set the offense for New York. Coming back now with under a minute to play in the first quarter. Milwaukee gets it down to Mast. He's got Alcindor all over him. Swings it back out on top to Frazier. Frazier gives it to Russell. Back to Frazier. Frazier forces up a shot, missed everything. Russell grabs the rebound, throws it back out. We've got 9 on the shot clock. Plenty of time for the Knicks to reset. Frazier dumps it down low to Mast. Mast from the low block has to hurry, but he cannot get it off in time. That's a shot clock violation, and that is a turnover. Basketball goes back to Milwaukee now with 34 seconds to play. And the Bucks have a chance to regain the lead. They swing it around to Robertson. Robertson against Frazier. Looking inside to Lou Alcindor. Mast ties him up. Good play by Eddie Mast. He reached in there and the referee calls for the jump ball. And with 9 seconds on the shot clock, Mast and Alcindor will jump it up. Alcindor wins the tip. The ball goes over to Robertson, top of the key. He's going to have to put one up from there. He shoots the jump shot and he nails it. And he's fouled on the play by Eddie Mast. No doubt about that one. As Mast tried to get over, he was too late and he got Robertson on the arm. That's 2 fouls on Robertson. And a free throw attempt upcoming for Oscar Robertson. Robertson gets it to go. And that gives the Bucks a 2-point lead, 29-27, as New York sets up for the final shot of the period. What will the Knicks do? They get it inside to DeBusschere. His short jump shot at the buzzer is around and off. And that is the end of the first quarter. And I am pleased to report that we are at 30 minutes of broadcast time, and we've had no technical difficulties whatsoever, other than me not getting the microphone activated properly in the intro. I think I've got an OBS problem with my close-up scene and my audio input. I'll have to look at that at the end of the contest. End of the first quarter, we will take a look at the box score. Leading scorers in the game, New York has 3 guys with 6 points apiece: Frazier, DeBusschere, and Reed. 40% from the field is not great, but it's certainly better than what they were able to put up on on Friday night during Game 1. Milwaukee is just tearing it up from the field, shooting at 67%. Those 5 offensive rebounds for New York have been helpful to keep the Knicks in the game as they enjoy a 12-8 rebounding advantage. Alcindor is the man with 18 points. He's got 3 blocks and 4 rebounds already. Robertson has those 4 assists, but also 5 turnovers. So Frazier is creating enough pressure for Robertson in the backcourt that the Big O is having a tough time running the offense consistently. So that is your first quarter statistics update. Let's take you back to Milwaukee Arena for more action here in quarter number 2. Alcindor gathers the jump ball for Milwaukee. They're going to look inside to Gary Freeman down low. Freeman posting up against Bradley. Takes a short jump shot and puts it home. Anything they get from Gary Freeman in this game is gravy, but the Bucks will take it, and that is a 4-point lead now for Milwaukee. Neither team has led by more than 4 throughout the first quarter. This is already a much better game than what we saw on Friday night. Mast has the ball on the low block. Alcindor's all over him. There's really nobody to pass to. Mast is going to have to force one up. His short jump shot is way off. Mast gets his own offensive rebound, and he's going to pass it back out. They swing it around on the wing to Bradley. Bradley has a step on Freeman. Bradley with the jump shot around the rim, no good. Loose ball foul on the rebound. That will be charged against Reardon, and it will be Gary Freeman with a one-shot opportunity for the Milwaukee Bucks. And Freeman connects, and that is a 5-point lead for Milwaukee. And Captain Carl is active in the chat room. Thanks for hanging out with us here tonight, Carl. And thank you for the kind words about this season. I am enjoying this quite well, and I also enjoy seeing the names of the old NBA. Now, I was born in '64, so these guys are a little bit young. I remember Alcindor and I remember Willis Reed, but I don't remember all of the peripheral guys from this game. But it's fun, and I'm going to work through the entire decade of the 70s using a relegation league setup that I stole from my good friend Bob Hansen over at Bob's Tabletop Sports. So this will not be the end of our 70s NBA series. I will take some time off for a baseball project, but then we'll be back with the 71-72 season using the very same format beginning sometime early in the fall. Getting back to action, it is New York basketball now trailing by 5. Frazier still in the game, has yet to sit out. Frazier tries to get to the basket, and he's fouled hard by Lou Alcindor. That's 2 fouls on Alcindor. This will be a one-shot opportunity for Frazier, but more importantly, they've got a chance to do some damage to Alcindor. Frazier misses the free throw. Rebound is taken by Freeman for Milwaukee, and it's still a 5-point game. They go right inside to Alcindor against Mast. Takes the inside handoff, lays it up and good, and Alcindor now has 20. What an opening to this game for Lou Alcindor. Bucks are going to look again to Bradley, their best offensive player. Can they get it to him on the wing? They find him. His jump shot is good. And he's fouled on the play by Freeman. The Knicks needed that as they were down by 7 points, and with this free throw, Bradley can cut that down to 4. Bradley missed the free throw, but Eddie Mast gets inside and steals the rebound. Alert play by Mast to come away with that one. He kicks it back out to Frazier, and the Knicks will reset. Frazier swings it over to Bradley. Bradley back to Frazier, stolen by Robertson. Robertson got into the pass lane, saw that one coming. And the Bucks have the turnover, along with a 5-point lead. They dump it into Alcindor. Guarded by Mast. That sky hook is up, and it is string music. So says Action PC Sports, and that sky hook is so graceful. And 22 points now for Alcindor as he is lighting up the New York Knicks. Knicks look inside to DeBusschere. His one-handed runner is blocked away by Alcindor, but they're going to get that for the goaltending. Give DeBusschere the basket, 36-31 now. Under 10 minutes to play before the half. Robertson works against Frazier. Can't find any room to operate. Tries to find a teammate. Can't get that done either, and that's a 24-second violation. Walt Frazier has just given Robertson all kinds of fits here tonight as New York regains possession. Knicks bring it down. They look inside to DeBusschere again. He's got a better matchup against the backup McLemore, and he nails that short jump shot. And DeBusschere is the first member of the Knicks to hit double digits. 36-33 now. Milwaukee with the lead and the basketball. And they're going to look inside to Alcindor on the lob. Alcindor lays it up and good. Just making it look easy out there tonight. New York has it inside to Eddie Mast, working against Alcindor. Not the greatest matchup, but Alcindor's got those two fouls, so Mast is going to try and get the shot up, and he gets it to go. How about that? Surprise for Eddie Mast. I think Alcindor kept his distance, not wanting to pick up that third foul, and Mast was able to take advantage. Nice little play inside there by the rookie from Temple. Robertson brings back the Knicks. Brings back the Bucks against the Knicks. They dump it down to Freeman, but Freeman doesn't have any room to operate. He forces up a jump shot. That's way off. Rebound goes to DeBusschere. And the Knicks will bring it back up slowly. Frazier still running the point. He's played every minute of this game. Robertson's played every minute of this game. Alcindor has played every minute of this game. That shows just how important this contest is to both these teams. They are going to ride their horses until the cows come home. And in this case, it's going to be Dave DeBusschere. Once again, handling it on the low block. And this time, Jeff Webb comes in from the shooting guard position and makes the steal. Milwaukee in transition finds Alcindor with the early offense. This time the sky hook is no good, and the rebound is taken by Eddie Mast. Solid minutes for Eddie Mast, 6 rebounds already, as he is spelling Reed with that early foul trouble. New York swings it around the perimeter. They get it to Bradley. Bradley with the jump shot. That's no good. Alcindor takes the rebound. And the Bucks will bring it back deliberately. McLemore in the lane, gets the defender off his feet. His shot rolls around the rim, no good. But he is hit on the play by Bradley. And that will be 2 shots for McLemore. Nice looking free throw stroke for McLemore as he buries the first. And that is his first point of the ball game. Willis Reed back into the game. And for the first time, Frazier will take a rest for the Knicks. McLemore lines up the second and connects. Once again, it's a 5-point lead for Milwaukee, 40-35. Under 8 minutes to play before halftime. We've got Mike Price into the game, running the offense now for New York, facing the formidable task of working against Oscar Robertson. Price is going to attack Robertson. He's going to take it into the lane. Screen and roll with Reed. Price comes off of the pick. His shot is up, no good. He rushed it. And Alcindor takes the rebound. And Oscar Robertson brings the Bucks back slowly. Looking to run the offense. Dribbling to his left. And, he stepped out of bounds. Yet another turnover for Oscar Robertson. Multiple substitutions now. Robertson's going to come out of the game. Alcindor's going to come out of the game. Greg Smith returns to action. And now down low, we've got Bob Boozer for Milwaukee. So Milwaukee with their predominantly their second unit. Allen and Webb in the backcourt. Freeman at the small forward. Boozer inside. Greg Smith, the starter, is back into the game at the power forward, but he is nursing 2 fouls. New York has Price into the game at point guard, and the remainder of the guys are their starters. including Reed with 2 fouls of his own. Price calls the play. Works the ball around the perimeter. They get it to Barnett. Barnett attacks the lane. High pick and roll. Gets into the lane. Lays it up and good. Alcindor goes to the bench, and the Knicks immediately take advantage, getting into the lane and converting from the paint. Milwaukee coming back down low to Freeman. Working inside against Bradley. Short jump shot, rolls around and falls out. And the rebound will be taken by Bradley. Price has it now out on top. He's going to try to get it inside to Willis Reed. Reed is able to connect on the short jumper, and it's now a 1-point game, 40-39. Knicks doing some business against that Milwaukee second unit. And once again, the lead is down to 1. Bob Boozer now has it on the baseline. He's got room for the jump shot. Can he convert? Yes, sir. Nice shot by Boozer. Bucks now lead by 3. Just over 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. Milwaukee is backing up on defense. They give Bradley a little space. Bradley takes it into the lane. His shot is up no good. And on the rebound, we've got a loose ball foul called, and that's going to go against Dick Barnett. One shot for Bob Boozer for the Bucks. Very solid 82% free throw shooter on the season, and he converts that one for his 3rd point of the night. Boozer off to a strong start. Bucks lead by 4. DeBusschere inside has Smith all over him. They kick it around to Bradley. They need more out of Bradley, and this time he's got it stolen by Lucius Allen. And coming back the other way, Milwaukee has the numbers. Allen gets it to Webb on the wing. Webb tries to get the layup. He was a little too far under the basket, missed the shot. Rebound is taken by Bradley. Knicks bring it up in transition slowly. They dump it down inside to Willis Reed in the lane. His turnaround jump shot is good. And once again, we have a 2-point ball game, 43-41. Milwaukee with the lead and the basketball. Under 6 minutes to play now before halftime. Allen out top. Crosses over on Reardon, steps into the lane. There's a collision, no call. Allen's floater is up and no good. And DeBusschere takes away the rebound. Knicks with a chance to tie. They go right back inside to Willis Reed. Gets the pass from Reardon. Lays it up off the glass, no good. There's a battle for the rebound. Reed catches the rebound. Reed puts it back up with the left hand, kisses it off the glass, around and out. No good, and Gary Freeman takes the rebound for Milwaukee. Oh, Reed had 2 cracks at it down low. Could not get the basket to go. And the Bucks hold on to the lead as they come back to the offensive end. Freeman takes the outside jump shot and gets the bounce. Bucks go back up by 4. We're now under 5 minutes to play before halftime. And it's going to be Dick Barnett on the attack for New York. He runs into Webb. Whistle and a foul. It could go either way, but they call it on Barnett. That is the offensive foul, and that is his 3rd. My goodness, Red Holtzman is not at all happy about that call, as his starting shooting guard has to come to the bench. Milwaukee responds. Back into the game comes McLaughlin and Dandridge. Walt Frazier back in for New York. 4.5 minutes to play here, first half. Allen still runs the point for Milwaukee. Swings it over on the baseline to Boozer. Boozer tries to come inside with this one, and he's called for the charge. Wow. Both teams doing a good job protecting that lane. New York regains possession, still trailing by 4. Frazier has it against Allen. Stops and pops from the top of the key. That shot is no good. Bounces out of bounds. Possession will go to Milwaukee. Here come the Bucks. They dump it down inside to Dandridge. Dandridge has room to operate. He drops it over to Boozer. Boozer's tries to get to the basket, and Frazier reached in and stole it. Nice play by the NBA steals leader in the 1970-71 season. Frazier now works against Lucius Allen. Drives to the hole, runs into Allen, and that is another charge called on Frazier. He telegraphed that one, and the Bucks took advantage. Milwaukee basketball leading by 4. They're going to look to McLaughlin on the wing. McLaughlin takes it into the lane. DeBusschere cuts him off. The short jump shot from McLaughlin is no good. The rebound is taken by Phil Jackson. New York's going to look immediately down to Jackson, posting up on the transition game. His short shot is no good. But he is fouled on the play by Bobby Dandridge. And Jackson will shoot 2. First shot by Jackson is good. That was foul number 3 on Bobby Dandridge. Excuse me, I am incorrect. That was not foul number 3. That was number 1 on Dandridge. And Jackson converts both free throws, and it's a 2-point game. Once again, they're going to go to Boozer on the baseline. He tries to get into the lane, lays it up too hard, and DeBusschere takes the rebound. Frazier's going to push it in transition. He dumps it off to Russell. Russell is fouled by Allen, and Cazzie Russell will go to the free throw line. And as Russell gets ready to shoot his free throws, we'll say good evening to Rob. Good to see you here at Milwaukee Arena tonight, Rob. Game 2 of the finals of the 1970-71 Epic Basketball League. And it is indeed a high-scoring game, especially compared to game number 1 that ended with a 76-65 victory for Milwaukee. Russell hits the free throw, and that pulls the Knicks to within 1. Bucks working it around. Allen is defended by Frazier. Allen can't find anybody to pass to. Forces up the jump shot. That's no good. Rebound is taken on the play by Phil Jackson. Jackson with the outlet. But there's 3 big lugs running down the court, and they're going to pull that one back smartly and send it over to Frazier. Frazier swings it around. They get it over to Russell, down to Reed on the baseline. Reed likes that little baseline jump shot. But he cannot get this one to go. He's fouled on the play by McLaughlin. That is team foul number 5 on Milwaukee. And for the last 2 minutes, 27 seconds of the second quarter, the New York Knicks will be in the bonus. First shot for Willis Reed is around and off. Reed steadies himself. Second shot is up and good. And we're tied at 45. Under 2.5 to play here before halftime. Milwaukee on the offense. They swing it around to McLaughlin. McLaughlin back to Allen, to Dandridge. Dandridge gets it back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin drives. He's cut off by Reed. Shot no good. And on the loose ball foul, on the rebound, we have a loose ball foul, and that is going to go against Lucius Allen. Knicks now in the bonus. Willis Reed will get 2 free throws. This time he hits the first. 12 points now for Reed to lead the Knicks. Second shot is up and good. And the Knicks are back on top by 2. 47-45. Allen runs the offense. Doesn't have any room to operate. He finds Greg Smith on the inside. Smith working against Jackson. Short jump shot rattles out. Rebound is taken away by Boozer, and he passes it back out to the point. Under 2 minutes to play now. Allen swings it over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin with the perimeter jump shot. It's good. And with 1:33 to play, we are tied at 47 here in the second quarter. Very entertaining basketball game here tonight. As the Knicks go inside to Reed, guarded by Boozer. He puts one up from the low block, and it's good. Knicks back on top by 2. 15 now for Willis Reed. Much more free-flowing action here tonight than we saw in Game 1. Both teams are more relaxed. Dandridge is going to take the baseline jumper, no good. The rebound is taken by Frazier. And Frazier's going to lead the Knicks up patiently as he comes down and sets the offense. They're going to dump it down low to Reed. Reed in the lane. Strong move to the basket. He cannot get the shot to fall. Rebound is taken by Frazier, and Frazier passes it back out. 52 on the game clock, 24 fresh on the shot clock. Frazier now against Allen. Crosses over and takes it into the lane. Short jump shot from the key. No, he passes it off to Reed. To Russell, excuse me. Russell takes the jump shot. He can't get it to fall, but he is fouled on the play by Lucius Allen. Foul totals for Milwaukee starting to pile up. And Cazzie Russell hits the first free throw. That's going to bring Oscar Robertson back into the game for Milwaukee. As Russell prepares himself for free throw number 2. And he hits this one as well. And with 38 seconds to play, it is a 51-47 New York lead. Milwaukee runs the motion offense. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. 12 on the shot clock, 26 on the game shot clock. They find Boozer on the baseline. He tries to get into the lane. Kicks it out to Robertson outside, and his jump shot is good. Nice look by Boozer to find Oscar Robertson open for the perimeter jump shot. And with 20 seconds to play, it is a 51-49 ball game. And it looks like the Knicks are preparing to play for the final shot. They get it to Russell from the outside. His shot is no good. And at the end of the first half, the Knicks have a 2-point lead over Milwaukee. Let's take a look at the box score. New York coming in at 42% from the field. Milwaukee at 54%. But if you look at the total field goal attempts, New York has attempted 8 more shots than Milwaukee has. Partly due to the 9 offensive rebounds and partly due to the 9 turnovers committed by Milwaukee. So New York is certainly putting in work. Down low, Reed leads the Knicks with 15 on 5 for 12 shooting. DeBusschere having a very efficient night, 4 for 6 for 10 points for New York. And as we mentioned, Kareem is the man. Tremendous first half for Alcindor. 24 points on 11 of 14 shooting to go with 6 rebounds and 3 blocks. Robertson struggled. 6 assists, but also 6 turnovers. 5 points. And nobody else for Milwaukee outside of Alcindor really stepped up their game tonight. Quick channel update. It's great to be here, and things from a technical standpoint seems to be working very well. We've made it through the first half with no crashes and no disconnections. And for those of you who just joined us, the problem we had on Friday night seems to have been that the router firmware was out of date. So I updated that just prior to the game, and we're testing things out tonight, and the first 56 minutes and 51 seconds of streaming has gone without a hitch. So, that having been said, today is Sunday. The channel will be back on Friday with Game 3 of the finals. Still playing around with some History Maker baseball on the tabletop, and I haven't quite decided how I want to try and stream that, although I did catch a few minutes of Rob's History Maker baseball stream today, and using the smaller board seems to be more friendly to streaming than the big customized game mat. The game mat is huge, and it's hard to get all of that onto the screen. So, Rob, thank you for a fine broadcast this morning. I still like to use the iScore on the tablet PC because I'm a stats nut, and I want to keep some stats. So the one thing I have to figure out is how to keep tabs on who are the hot players and who are the players with added features if I don't have the big customized play match to spread out all 18 players on the field at once. So still playing with that, and hopefully going to put some History Maker baseball on the channel as the best team I've ever seen tournament is underway. Next Saturday there will be wrestling, and it will be the Macho Man Randy Savage to defend the NWA World Heavyweight Championship against Nick Bockwinkel. Should be a very good wrestling match next Saturday. So basketball on Friday, wrestling on Saturday. And Captain Carl weighs in. He's into May of his 1967 replay with History Maker Baseball. That's a good year for Bob Gibson. How's that going, Captain Carl? Are you playing one team, or are you playing all the teams? How's that working out for you? Tell us more in the chat room, and we'll be happy to hear more as we get things rolling here to begin the second half. New York leads by 2. And we are ready to tip things off here from Milwaukee Arena as the Knicks attempt to steal one here on the road and even the series before we get to Game 3 back in New York on Friday night. New York wins the tip. They've got it outside with Barnett. Is he going to swing it around to Bradley, or is he going to try and take it inside? He drives to the basket, and he's called for the offensive foul. Oh my goodness, Barnett's aggressiveness got the best of him on that situation, and that is 4 fouls now on Barnett. The dumb coach should have thought about that before he pushed the dumb button. So that's going to bring Mike Reardon back into the game for Barnett. Reardon managed to assist in the first half but did not score. Milwaukee has the basketball now, chance to tie the game. Robertson sets the offense, working against Frazier. 14 on the shot clock. Robertson looks for the open man. He finds Alcindor. Alcindor on the low block. Plenty of space against the smaller Reardon. The floating one-hander is good. And Alcindor is fouled on the shot by Willis Reed. That's going to be the 3rd foul on Reed. That could be a key moment for New York. If Milwaukee can get number 4 on Reed here in the 3rd quarter, that would be big problems. Alcindor converts the free throw. That's a 3-point play. And the Bucks are now on top 52-51. New York looks inside to DeBusschere. DeBusschere tries to get it to Reed. Reed cannot do anything with it, and that's a 3-second violation. Oh, Carl says 67 is the season that Gibson missed time due to a line drive by Clemente breaking his leg. I think, 68 was the big year that Gibson had an ERA of like $1.12 and just dominated the world, and they had to lower the pitching mounds. Milwaukee basketball, 1-point lead. Robertson setting things up for his team. He's covered by Frazier. Dumps it down inside low to Greg Smith. Smith with 5 on the shot clock. Lays it up over DeBusschere. Cannot get it to go. Rebound is taken by Reardon. Reardon quickly out in transition. The Knicks have numbers. They've got it to Frazier. Frazier sends it over to Reed. Reed slams it home. Very well done fast break by the Knicks, and they have regained the lead. Robertson is going to dump it down inside to Dandridge on the low block. Bradley, a weak defender inside. Dandridge makes it look easy. That's 7 for Dandridge. Bucks have the lead once again. New York has it inside with DeBusschere. What's he going to do? He's rooted on the low block. His turnaround jumper spins out. There's a battle for the rebound and is taken by Dandridge. Surprisingly, the first rebound for Dandridge tonight. Milwaukee quickly back in transition. They've got Alcindor loose on the low block. Robertson gets it to him with the lob, and Alcindor puts it home. Assist number 7 for Oscar Robertson. Alcindor already with 29 points with just over 2 minutes gone by here in the third quarter. Frazier works on Robertson. He takes it down low. Kicks it out to Bradley on the wing. Bradley's going to pull the trigger with the shot clock winding down, and Bradley drills it. Very nice looking shot by Bill Bradley. That's 9 for Bradley, and the Knicks are back to within 1. Bucks basketball. They swing it around the perimeter, dump it in down low to Alcindor. Backing in against Reed. Alcindor misses the shot, but Bradley got him on the arm. Oh, some tense moments there on the New York bench. That one could have gone against Reed, but Bradley was quick to put his hand up. And the referees may have cut the Knicks some slack there, not calling Reed for foul number 4 on that shot attempt by Alcindor. Alcindor misses the first. Second shot by Alcindor is good. And the Bucks are back on top, 57-55. Still a very closely played game. They've been separated by no more than 7 points the entire contest. Frazier dumps it inside to DeBusschere. DeBusschere has some room to operate on the low block, but he loses it out of bounds, and that's another turnover. Here come the Bucks. They look inside once again to Lou Alcindor, working against Reed. Posting up in the paint. Rises up, shot goes around the rim and drops through. Don't count it. Actually give the tip in on the play to Dandridge. Close call there, but Dandridge gets credited for the tip in. And the Bucks now have a 4-point lead. Milwaukee running some offense. We have a delay. The scoreboard's off. Maybe the scoreboard needs new firmware. Milwaukee comes with a fresh 5. Robertson, McLaughlin, Dandridge, Smith, and Alcindor. And New York with a fresh 5. I don't know what just happened in our play-by-play here, but all the same players are in the game, and the play-by-play guy just called them all fresh 5s. Bradley has the ball on the wing for the Knicks. 13 on the shot clock. Takes the pass from DeBusschere. They're going to look to dump it in down low to DeBusschere in the paint. Guarded by Greg Smith. He dumps it off to Bradley on the cut, and Bradley commits the offensive foul. Oh my goodness, they're calling charges left and right here tonight, but the referees have been reasonably consistent in respecting the defensive position of the defenders. Milwaukee looks inside, down low to Dandridge. He lays it up over Bradley and gets it to go. And Bobby Dandridge is the second member of the Bucks to hit double digits. He's got 11, behind Alcindor with 30. And the Bucks have opened up a 6-point lead with 8:21 to play here in the third period. Milwaukee's going to look down low to Reed. Reed's in trouble. He has to call timeout. 11 on the shot clock as the Knicks try to get things reset. It'll be DeBusschere to inbound. He passes it out to Bradley, and we've got a whistle on the play. Cassie Russell is shaken up. It looks like he took an elbow as the teams were jostling for position on that inbounds play. So Russell is going to have to leave the game. They've got some ice over his left eye as Mike Reardon comes into the game to play the small forward, play the shooting guard position. DeBusschere to inbound for New York. They're going to have to work quickly. They work the give and go to DeBusschere. He posts it up against Smith. His short jump shot is off the glass, off the iron, no good. And Oscar Robertson comes out with the rebound for the Bucks. Robertson brings it up slowly. They dump it in down low to Bob Dandridge. His short jump shot over Bradley is good. And it looks like the Bucks have found a weak spot defensively, and that is the inability of Bill Bradley to defend the low post. They've taken advantage of that with Dandridge, and Dandridge now has 13 points. And the Bucks have opened the biggest lead of the game for either team, 63-55, with under 8 minutes to play here in the third. New York's going to look to Reed. What's he going to do? He steps back and hits the short jump shot over Alcindor. Got it over that outstretched arm and got it to fall. 19 now for Willis Reed. Robertson setting things up for Milwaukee, handling the ball outside. Robertson tries to get it over to McLaughlin, but he threw it behind him. McLaughlin wanted the back door cut. Robertson was looking out to the perimeter. And on that miscommunication, that is another turnover by Oscar Robertson. And the basketball goes to New York trailing by 6. Frazier holds up 2 fingers. He takes the shot himself. It's rebounded by Smith, but we've got a loose ball foul on the play, and that's going to be called on Greg Smith. And that will put Willis Reed on the line for 1 free throw. And as Reed is setting up for the free throw, we'll take a recap of the Captain Carl 1967 replay. Angels lead the AL by 2 games over Baltimore, 2.5 over the Twins. Good for the Angels. Giants with a 1-game lead in the National League over the Cardinals. And the Cubs. Frank Robertson leads the AL with a .394 batting average. And I am not happy about that because he still should be playing with Cincinnati. I am curious, though, Captain Carl, who are the big stars in 67 for the Angels that have the Angels on top in the AL? Curious to hear about that. Reed is less curious than I am. He's saying, come on, sir, let's get this game going. I've got a free throw to shoot. And this time Reed connects, and that cuts the Bucks lead to 5. 63-58, 7 minutes to play, third quarter. Robertson directing traffic, swings it around. They dump it in down low to Alcindor. Alcindor in the low post. The short jump shot is off the glass, off the iron, no good. And that rebound is taken by Willis Reed. New York was tempted to go in transition, but Reardon smartly pulls that one back. And they work it around. They find Reed on the low block in transition. He's got Robertson on his hip. But we've got an illegal screen play called against Bradley, and that is 4 personals on Bradley. That illegal screen probably explains why Reed was so wide open on the low block. But they're not going to let him get away with it. And Bradley is going to have to sit with the 4 personal fouls. Dave DeBusschere returns to the game, and Phil Jackson is now, DeBusschere will shift over to small forward, and Phil Jackson enters the game at small forward for New York. So some troubles for New York. Russell is on the bench. They've still got an ice pack over that eye. Barnett and Bradley are both out of the game with 4 fouls. So they're going to need DeBusschere to step up. They're going to need some spark from Phil Jackson off the bench. And the Bucks just want to keep pounding it into Alcindor and stretch this lead with 6.5 minutes to play here in the third. They swing it around the perimeter to McLaughlin. McLaughlin has a step on Reardon. Can he pull the trigger? Yes, he does, and he nails it. 7 now for McLaughlin. The supporting cast stepping it up for Milwaukee. Willis Reed takes the ball inside against Alcindor. Reed's going to try and get the short jump shot. He gets it off the glass and good. Nice quick shot by Willis Reed. The lead is back to 5. Alcindor wants it down low. Can Robertson get it to him? They get it to McLaughlin. McLaughlin swings it down to Alcindor. Incredible pass off the pick and roll by Alcindor. He gets the ball back from Robertson and lays it up and good. 9 assists now for Oscar Robertson. That's 32 points for Alcindor. Knicks are going to pound it down low to Reed once again. This time he misses the short jump shot. And the rebound is taken by Alcindor. Went to the well one too many times with Reed on that possession. Bucks now with the ball, leading by 7. McLaughlin's going to take the quick shot as he's got Dave DeBusschere on him. But Frazier reached in and stole it. 2 steals now on the night for Walt Frazier, who led the NBA in that statistic during the epic basketball season. New York with the low screen. They get Jackson free on the block, but he traveled. Another turnover for New York, and Milwaukee regains possession once again with a chance to stretch it out to their largest lead of the evening. Robertson points to his left, gets it over to Smith. Smith back to Robertson, and Robertson nails the jump shot, and the Bucks go up by 9. New York comes back, works the pick and roll. Frazier gets it to Jackson. Jackson cannot hit the short jump shot. We've got a loose ball foul called on the play, and that's going to go against Phil Jackson. That's going to put Bobby Dandridge on the free throw line for 1 shot for the Bucks. Dandridge sizes it up and scores it. 70-60, Bucks lead by 10. Milwaukee starting to open things up here in the third quarter as the Knicks offense is beginning to struggle. Jackson has been among the strugglers, but he's got some room to operate on the low block now against Greg Smith. And he draws the foul on the play, and that's going to go against Alcindor. That's 3 on Alcindor. Alcindor got him on the floor, so this will just be a 1-shot free throw for Jackson. And he cannot make it. Greg Smith takes the rebound. Milwaukee with the basketball now in a 10-point lead. Immediately they go inside to their big man Alcindor. Alcindor in the paint with a sky hook around the rim, and it falls off. Rebound is taken by Willis Reed. They work it down to Reed in transition, defended by Alcindor. Reed has to kick it out to Reardon for the 15-foot jump shot. That's no good. And it's another rebound taken by Greg Smith, his second in as many possessions. Quickly, they dump it down to Alcindor on the low block. He bobbles it. He picks it up. He backs in. He walks. Alcindor was all discombobulated on that play. And that will be a turnover. And the ball will go back over to the Knicks. But they have got a 10-point deficit staring them in the face. And they don't want to see that get any bigger, as we're now under 4 minutes to play in the third. Frazier passes it to Jackson, back out to Frazier. Frazier pulls the trigger from the top of the key, no good. And it's another rebound for Greg Smith. Smith with the quick outlet to Robertson. Robertson takes it to the glass, steps around to DeBusschere, lays it up and good. Milwaukee is now hitting on all cylinders. They're getting offense from pretty much everybody on the court. And Greg Smith has come in and grabbed 3 quick rebounds here in the third period as the Bucks have started to open it up. Who's going to step up for New York? It's tough to generate much with Bradley and Barnett on the bench. They swing it around to Jackson on the perimeter. He doesn't know what to do with it. He tries to send it back out. He forces one up from the corner. That's no good. Jackson wants a call, surprise, surprise, but Alcindor takes the rebound, and Milwaukee heads back to the offensive end. Bucks slowing things down. They've got Robertson with it out high, looking to set something up. He finds Alcindor moving along the baseline. That jump shot is no good, and that bounces out of bounds to the Knicks. Good to see Cazzie Russell back in action. Still a little bit of swelling over that left eye, but he is ready to play alongside Mike Reardon and Walt Frazier in that backcourt. What's New York going to do? They look inside to Jackson. He's got Robertson on him on a mismatch. But Jackson walks with it. Phil Jackson is not helping the cause here for New York in this third quarter. And he is exactly the guy that they need something out of. He's more preoccupied with berating the referees than he is trying to get anything done productively on the basketball court. As Milwaukee gets it to Robertson. Robertson on the perimeter. Tries to take it to the hole. It's tipped away by Frazier and out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession with 9 on the shot clock. Under 3 minutes now to play, third quarter. Milwaukee dumps it into Smith under the hoop. Smith working against Jackson, lays it up and good. First basket of the night for Greg Smith. But he has acquitted himself nicely here in quarter number 3, and the Bucks have opened up a 14-point lead. Frazier looking over to the bench. Red Holtzman calls the play. They're going to try and get it down to Reed down low. Can he catch the pass? Yes, nice catch of the pass. It was a low pass that came into Reed, but Reed was able to control that on the bounce, get the short jump shot up and good. And that stops the rally momentarily for Milwaukee. But Milwaukee's going to come right back to Alcindor in the low post. His 5-foot jump shot over Reed is good. And Alcindor now has 32. Bucks back up on top now by 14. Establishing their dominance as Frazier misses the jump shot. That ball bounces out of bounds, and it will be Milwaukee basketball after the refs take a moment to talk about it. Dave DeBusschere back into the game for the Knicks. He'll play the small forward, and he will guard Bobby Dandridge. Milwaukee looking to set up the offense now as we tick under 2 minutes to play in the third. Alcindor is along the baseline. Kicks it back out to Robertson. Repost down low. Alcindor gets the ball back. Takes the inside shot over Reed. But no, we've got a loose ball and a tie-up. And we're going to have a jump ball. Jackson reached in there and knocked that away from Alcindor before Alcindor could get the shot up. Greg Smith was the first guy on the floor, but Jackson tied him up and will jump it. Jackson wins the tip, and New York will bring the basketball back to the offensive end. Still trailing by 14, minute and a half to play, third quarter. Reardon from the outside, forces up the jump shot, got it to go. First basket of the game for Reardon, and the Knicks are back within 12. The Bucks are happy to work the ball slowly. They swing it around on the perimeter to McLaughlin. McLaughlin sets up the rainbow jump shot, and it's good. McLaughlin hits again. He's got 9, and the Bucks have stretched it once again to a 14-point lead. Frazier from the outside takes the deep jump shot and knocks that one down. So Frazier called his own number on that play, and it was good. Robertson cannot hit on the other end. That one bounces away. New York basketball. Into the game for the first time, we have Dave Stallworth for New York. Stallworth, a third-year man out of Wichita State, and he will give Phil Jackson a rest as Jackson has been struggling. Basketball goes back to New York. Knicks trail by 12. 47 seconds to play in the quarter. They have it on the outside to Stallworth. He's got Dandridge all over him. He passes it back out. They get it inside to DeBusschere, working down low against Dandridge. Shot clock winding down. Short jump shot by DeBusschere is good. And the Knicks are back within 10. Right where they wanted to be to end the quarter. As it looks like the Bucks are going to play for the final shot. The game clock and the shot clock are about even at 15. Oh, now they've got Dandridge open on the post. Can they get it to him? He shuffles his feet, no call. The short jump shot is off the rim, no good. Dandridge was wide open, but he's fouled on the play by DeBusschere. Dandridge should have hit that shot. But he does get a trip to the foul line for his troubles. Dandridge makes the first. And the second shot for Dandridge is no good. Rebounded by Reed. New York still has 10 seconds to make something happen. Frazier dumps it off to Stallworth. Stallworth gets the outside jump shot off, but it's no good. And the buzzer sounds, and that's the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at your third quarter stats. Milwaukee did a lot of good things in that quarter, both on offense and defense. They held New York to 17 points in the third quarter, much like Game 1. Game 1 was actually tied at halftime before Milwaukee just put the clamps on the Knicks in the second half. This time Milwaukee put up a good 30-point effort in the third quarter, and they've opened up an 11-point lead. Alcindor with 34, 15 of 22 from the field. Reed is holding his own with 24. Dandridge with 15 for Milwaukee. DeBusschere with 12 for the Knicks. Let's take a look at the scoring by quarter. And there you see what happened in the third quarter. Balanced attack, Alcindor with 10, Dandridge with 10. Exactly what Milwaukee needs to be doing. Whereas for New York, it was Reed with 9, and nobody else scored more than 2. So kudos to Bobby Dandridge for a stellar effort in the third quarter to help Milwaukee open up this double-digit lead as we enter the fourth. Let's visit some more with Captain Carl. Bobby Knoop is off to a hot start, leading the Angels at a .380 batting average with 3 home runs and 12 RBIs. Jimmy Hall, Jim McLaughlin leading the Angels with a 1.54 ERA. So thank you for the baseball update. Let's head back to Milwaukee Arena for the fourth quarter of tonight's exciting matchup as it's Game 2 of the 1970-71 Epic Basketball League Finals. And the quarter will open with Milwaukee winning the tip, and they've got Lucius Allen now running the point as Oscar Robertson has shifted over to the shooting guard, and McLaughlin takes a rest. Still Dandridge, Smith, and Alcindor, the starting 3 across the front court. New York counters with their 2 big guys, Frazier and Reed, in the game, and then 3 subs in Mike Price, Cazzie Russell, and Dave Stallworth, as they have trouble in paradise with both Bradley and Barnett still in foul trouble. And quite frankly, they needed a better effort from those guys if they are going to topple this juggernaut from Milwaukee. Allen sets up the game. He's going to go right inside to Alcindor to start the fourth quarter. Alcindor gets the pass in the low post. The short jump shot's good. And that is 36 for Alcindor, and the lead for the Bucks now is 15. New York brings it back the other way. Price has it with no place to go. Dumps it inside to Dave Stallworth. With 6 on the shot clock, Stallworth is going to have to put it up. And no, he lowered his shoulder and gets called for the charge. Yet another charge called against the Knicks. And Red Holtzman is none too pleased about that development. Bucks with the basketball now in the 15-point lead. And they've got Bobby Dandridge loose on the low block. His 10-foot jump shot is good. And it has been a nice little spark that Milwaukee has received from Bob Dandridge here tonight. New York with the basketball now in the hands of Price. Price is going to try and attack Robertson. Crosses over on him. Dives into the lane. Alcindor's there to cut him off. The short jumper by Price is around and out. Swatted away by Alcindor. Rebound is grabbed by Cazzie Russell, and he is going to be fouled on the play by Smith. Actually, it's Mike Price who's going to go to the free throw line for one shot, as Greg Smith has picked up now his 4th personal foul of the game. Price hits the free throw, and the lead now is 83-69 in favor of the Knickerbockers, in favor of the Bucks, with 1 minute gone by here in the fourth quarter. Milwaukee's going to go to Robertson. And it's stolen by Frazier. Very deceptive move there by Frazier to get the steal. And the Knicks are going to look inside. Frazier to Cazzie Russell down low to Stallworth. It's stolen by Robertson. Both teams doing a good job on defense on that exchange. And it's Oscar Robertson now bringing slowly into the front court for Milwaukee. They're working around the perimeter. Back out to Alcindor. Alcindor with the baseline jump shot, no good. Offensive rebound is taken by Bobby Dandridge. And Dandridge's putback attempt is, stolen away by Frazier. Frazier reached in and stole it. Frazier's going to go coast to coast with it. He lays it up and good. Very good play by Walt Frazier at both ends. He got the steal. He went coast to coast, dribbling through traffic, and converted on the layup. The lead has been cut to 12. Milwaukee's going to go right back to Alcindor. He's their bread and butter. His strong move to the basket, switches to the left hand, puts it up and good. Alcindor now with 38. Frazier calls his own number. Dribble drive against Allen. Spins, gets into the paint. Alcindor's there waiting for him. Frazier tries to get the teardrop over it. First basket of the game for Dave Stallworth. Once again, the lead is cut to 12. Knicks have done some work on the offensive end. They have got to get some stops here defensively if they are going to get back into this game. As they dump it down to Dandridge in the paint. Kicks it out to Robertson for the outside jump shot. And that one's tipped away by Stallworth. Mike Price steals the rebound. Frazier's going to run with it. New York has the numerical advantage, but Stallworth cannot get the layup to fall. Battle for the rebound. Dandridge takes the rebound for Milwaukee. And the Bucks will relax and bring it up slowly. 12-point lead, no need to force the action. As Lucius Allen has it out on top. Allen looks around, swings it over to the wing to Robertson. Robertson has it knocked away and stolen by Mike Price. Very nice defense by the rookie out of University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. New York down 12. Frazier dumps it inside to Reed. Reed back to Frazier on the drive. They dump it off to Reed for the short jump shot. That's no good, but Reed is fouled on the play by Smith. That is 5 now on Greg Smith. We'll see if the Knicks are going to pull him out of the game with 8:52 to play. Reed with 2 free throws and a chance to cut the lead to 10. Reed's good on the first, and sure enough, Smith comes out of the game to be replaced by McCoy-McLemore. McLemore is a versatile swing player, but he doesn't have the size or the bulk inside that Greg Smith has. So we'll see if New York can exploit that mismatch. You also have to wonder how long New York is going to keep Bradley and Barnett out of the game. But we'll see how that shakes out. Robertson is getting his rest now for Milwaukee to prepare for the stretch run. They will probably sit Alcindor at least for 2 to 3 minutes down the stretch, as he is starting to show a little bit of fatigue. Reed misses the second free throw. Dandridge takes the rebound. The Bucks have the basketball again with the lead at 11, 85-74. Jeff Webb brings the ball up. They look down to the low post to Dandridge. And now Webb is shaken up, and he's going to have to leave the game, and that's going to bring John McLaughlin back onto the court. Bucks to inbound. They go to Alcindor on the block. Guarded by Reed. Skyhook no good. But Reed fouled him. That's going to be 4 on Reed, and that's going to give Alcindor 2 shots. Lou Alcindor steps to the line. First one is off the front iron, no good. Not a good looking shot on the first attempt. Let's see if he can pull things together here for free throw number 2. And he connects. 86-74, Bucks by 12. Just over 8.5 minutes to play in this one. Knicks run the offense. They get it around to Frazier. Frazier to Russell. Russell with the outside jump shot. It's good. And he is fouled on the play by Alcindor. That is 4 on Alcindor. And Cazzie Russell will have a free throw attempt here. And now Alcindor is going to get his rest. Here comes Bob Boozer into the game. Let's see if the Knicks can capitalize. Russell misses the free throw. And Stallworth steals the offensive rebound. How about that? Bad box out by Dandridge. Stallworth shoots the short jump shot. He hits it. And this ball game is down to an 8-point lead. Allen looks to the baseline. He finds Boozer. Boozer has room to operate in the corner against Reed, but he cannot get the short jump shot to go. And the rebound is taken by Mike Price. As we see, that second unit is vulnerable for Milwaukee. Knicks come back on the offense. Frazier gets it over to Russell. Russell takes the quick shot, no good. Bobby Dandridge on the rebound. Is Dandridge going to push it? No. He pulls it back out. And the Bucks will reset the offense behind Lucius Allen. 14 on the shot clock. They're going to try to find Dandridge inside in traffic. They can't get it to him. They get it instead to McLemore. McLemore drives the baseline. His layup attempt falls off the rim, no good. Price takes the rebound, and the Knicks have numbers. 4-on-1 break. They dump it over to Russell filling the lane, and Russell lays it up and good. The lead is down to 6. 7.5 to play. 86-80. Bucks with the lead in the basketball. They look to Dandridge. Dandridge on the inside. Takes it from 15. No, dishes it out to McLemore for the 15-footer, and McLemore buries it. The defense collapsed on Dandridge that time. He found the open man on the perimeter, and McCoy McLemore knocked that one down, and that is a big hoop for the Bucks. Knicks trying to stay close, trying to cut into this lead. As the clock keeps ticking, we're down to just over 7 to play. Price with it on the perimeter. No place to go. Takes it into the lane. Price lays it up easy and gets it in. How about that? Price with the rare field goal attempt, and he connects, and the lead is back to 6. What is Milwaukee going to do? Allen has it out on top. Working against Frazier. Not a good matchup. Allen from the outside has to pull the trigger. His shot is way off. But he is fouled on the play by Frazier. And my goodness, I think the referees bailed out Lucius Allen in that situation, as that was a bad-looking shot from the get-go. Allen, though, steps to the free throw line, connects on the first free throw, and that is his first point of the game. And back into the game now come the first unit for the Knicks. Here comes Barnett, here comes Bradley into Busher. Willis Reed's going to get a quick rest, as Alcindor is out of the game, and it will be Eddie Mast dueling with Bob Boozer from the Bucks on the low post for the next couple of minutes. Allen with the second free throw, 70% on the season. That's good, and the Bucks lead is back to 8. Immediately they go inside to DeBusschere. DeBusschere kicks it back out to Barnett. Barnett gets into the lane, and he lays it up and good. So without the rim protection of Lou Alcindor, New York has been able to get into the lane and make some things happen, and they have pulled back to within 6. They need a stop. Milwaukee dumps it into Dandridge. Knocked away by Bradley. That ball goes out of bounds. Bradley tried to save it, but it will be Milwaukee basketball now with 6 on the shot clock. Dandridge will get a rest as Gary Freeman checks in. Where are they going to get the offense? They're going to look to McLaughlin. McLaughlin drives to the basket. He's knocked down by DeBusschere and fouled. That will be a one-shot foul as it's called on the floor. And the shot by McLaughlin is no good. A rare miss for McLaughlin. But the offensive rebound is taken by Gary Freeman. Freeman with the putback attempt. That's good. And the Bucks go back up by 8. A disaster on the defensive glass, as the Knicks committed a no-no and gave up the offensive rebound off the free throw. Knicks to set things up through Barnett. 5 on the shot clock. Barnett into the lane. Off the pick from Bradley. He's cut off by Boozer. He stops and pops from the lane. And it's off the rim, no good. Freeman with the rebound, but Freeman walked with it. And now with under 6 minutes to play, and the Bucks leading by 8, the Knicks are going to come with Reardon to give Frazier a spell. And Phil Jackson comes back into the game. This is a precarious moment for the Knicks. They have the basketball. They need to make something happen here with 7 on the shot clock. They look inside to Eddie Mast. Mast has a mismatch against the smaller McLemore, but Freeman comes over to help out and blocks that shot. We've got a loose ball foul on the rebound. They're going to whistle that against Lucius Allen. And it will be one shot for Dick Barnett. Quiet night for Barnett with only 4 points, but he makes the free throw. Barnett with 5. The Bucks lead is 7, as Lucius Allen brings the Bucks back down to run the offense. Allen being pressured by Reardon, swings it over to Robertson. Robertson with 13 on the shot clock Has an open look, but cannot get it to fall. DeBusschere takes the rebound. Here come the Knicks. Reardon into the front court, bounces it over to Barnett. Barnett looks inside to Mast. Whistle and an injury timeout as Dave DeBusschere is shaken up, but he insists that he's going to stay in the game. Flexing and extending that left knee. Wild horses aren't going to drag DeBusschere out of this one. DeBusschere wants it down low, working against Freeman. In the rectangle. Short jump shot is good. And the lead has been cut to 5. 92-87. Bucks with the lead and the basketball. They dump it down low to Bob Boozer inside. Boozer's going to kick it back out to Robertson. Robertson with the jump shot, no good. And McLemore sweeps in and grabs the offensive board. Swings it back out to Allen on the top of the key. That was a big play by McLemore. He is an energy guy. And he made his presence felt with a big play in a big situation. Buying the Bucks a fresh 24. They swing it around once again to Robertson. 13 on the shot clock. Robertson takes the jump shot over Barnett. Actually fakes the shot, tries to get it back to Allen on the top of the key, and Allen loses it out of bounds. That's another turnover. We are at the 4-minute mark now to play. It's a 5-point lead for Milwaukee. And back into the game comes Frazier. Back into the game comes Reed. Dandridge and Alcindor return to the game for Milwaukee. Now you've got Zopp at the point for Milwaukee with Robertson on the wing. Dandridge on the opposite wing. McLemore remains in the game. And Alcindor is back at the center position. For New York, it is almost all the starting 5, except that Stallworth is in the game at the power forward, and DeBusschere slides over to the small forward position. So tense moments here with 4 minutes to play. Knicks with the basketball looking to cut into a 5-point lead. They work the offense around through Willis Reed. He's got a tough defensive assignment in Alcindor, but Reed is still their clutch go-to guy. He's forced to pass it out to Frazier, as Alcindor was all over him. Frazier's going to put it on the floor. He's cut off by McLemore. Jump shot from the lane is no good. And the rebound is taken by Oscar Robertson. Very important defensive stop on that play for the Bucks. And they will bring it back up slowly and set up the offense behind the steady, if not spectacular, Zopp. Zopp weighing his options. Kicks it over to Oscar Robertson. And we've got another whistle and another injured player, McCoy McLemore. It has been a very physical series. We saw that in the first game with a lot of double fouls being called. In this game, we're seeing guys just get banged up. It looks like McLemore took a shot to the ribs. That's going to bring Greg Smith back into the game. Lucius Allen is back at the point guard. And the Bucks maintain possession with 15 seconds on the shot clock. 3:45 on the game clock. Milwaukee is going to look inside to Alcindor. Working against Willis Reed. And it's stripped and stolen by DeBusschere. That is a clutch defensive play by Dave DeBusschere. DeBusschere, a very good defensive player in his own right. In fact, he was first team all-defense in the NBA for 1970-71. He comes up with a big play on that possession to regain the basketball for New York and give them another shot at cutting into this lead. But now we've got an offensive foul committed by Stallworth. He hooked him. He got that left arm extended. And Greg Smith took a chance, but he drew the foul on that play. That could have been all for Greg Smith had that whistle gone the other way. Bucks still with a 5-point lead. This time they're going to go to Robertson. Outside jump shot against Barnett. Robertson tough in the clutch, and he drills that one. Double digits now for Robertson with 11 points to go with 10 assists. Bucks lead by 7. Time running down. Knicks look inside to DeBusschere. Can they get it to him? No, they get it over to Stallworth. Stallworth off the glass, no good. Reed grabs the rebound. Reed with the putback attempt. His short jump shot is off the glass and no good. And Lucius Allen comes out with the rebound for Milwaukee. Missed opportunities for the Knicks as they had a couple of shots at it inside and could not convert it. And we are now under 3 minutes to play. And the Knicks still trail by 7. Allen brings it up. They dump it down to Alcindor on the block. Reed's on him, and now Alcindor is called for the offensive foul. How about that? Boy, those are two controversial calls, but give the refs credit. They have been consistent tonight calling those charges. They're not going to let guys just throw their booties around and knock each other around like that. And with 2:42 to play, the Knicks have possession once again, trailing by 7. They get it to Reed down low against Alcindor. Reed's going to take it up strong. He lays it off the glass and good. Alcindor was backing away with the foul trouble. And Reed took advantage. The lead is 5. Knicks need a stop. Bucks work the ball around deliberately. They've got it to Boozer inside now. He's going to kick it back out on top. They swing it around and they get it down low to Alcindor. That's where they want it. Alcindor is cold-blooded, but his finger roll spills out. There's a battle for the rebound, and Alcindor grabs the rebound. Alcindor with a putback. He's open inside. His short jump shot is good. Another missed opportunity. The Knicks could have grabbed that rebound. But Alcindor got his own miss, put it back in. That is 41 for Lou Alcindor. The lead is back up to 7, and we now have but 2 minutes left in this game. They get it inside to DeBusschere. Working down low. Sends it off to Reed in the corner. The jump shot from Reed is no good. Dandridge takes the rebound, and Milwaukee will bring it up slowly. Milwaukee's going to burn some clock. Under a minute and a half to play. The lead is still 7. Down to 7 on the shot clock. They get it over to Oscar Robertson. Tough in the clutch. One-hand jump shot is off iron, no good. Rebound is taken by Reed. And the Knicks are going to have to get something done in a hurry. Barnett has it on the wing. It's going to be a quick shot. It's going to be Dandridge inside. Can they get it into him? No, Frazier has it on the top of the key. He sends it to DeBusschere, and it's swiped away and stolen by Boozer. Another big defensive stop for Milwaukee. And by the time the Bucks are finished here, we will be in the game's final minute, still with a 7-point deficit for the Knicks. As they have Zopp now burning some clock. 9 on the shot clock. They go inside to Alcindor. Alcindor in the low post. Pump fakes over Barnett. Short jump shot is off the rim, no good. But he is fouled on the play by Barnett. And with 54 seconds to play, it will be Alcindor at the free throw line to shoot 2. First free throw for Alcindor is no good. Around the rim and out. Second free throw for the big guy from UCLA is good. That extends the lead to 8 with 54 seconds to play. And hope is fading rapidly for the Knicks. Frazier's going to pull up from the top of the key. Dumps it off to Stallworth. Stallworth hits from point blank range. But that's going to be too little and too late. Milwaukee in no hurry. They try to burn some clock. Zoff has it out on top. Looking over to Robertson. And it's Stallworth who is grabbed on the play, but it is Stallworth who grabs Zoff on the play. And Zoff will get 2 free throws as Milwaukee is now in the bonus. Zoff, not a good free throw shooter for a point guard, but he makes the first one. That stretches the lead to 7. Second shot for Zoff is no good. Rebound is grabbed by DeBusschere. And the Knicks are in a hurry. They dump it down quickly to Willis Reed. Inside against Alcindor. Reed hits the jump shot from point-blank range. But that is going to be too little and too late as we're into the final 18 seconds of play and the Knicks trail by 5. Milwaukee wants to hold the ball. They get it in the hands of Oscar Robertson. Robertson over to Zoff. Zoff is grabbed by Frazier. Good foul by Frazier as Zoff is a poor free throw shooter. And he missed the first one on that possession. And the second shot for Zoff is no good. High off the iron, but Alcindor steals the offensive board and passes it back out to the perimeter. Alcindor actually throws one up at the hoop, no good, but he is bodied on the play by Barnett, and that's going to be all for Dick Barnett. 6 fouls on Barnett, and with 7 seconds to play, Alcindor will shoot free throws. The first one is off iron, no good. Second shot for Alcindor is also no good. That's 4 free throw misses in a row. Alcindor is going to have a third attempt here with the bonus. And this time he nails it. Your lead is 6. 7 seconds to play. New York's just going to throw one up at the hoop. It's going to be Bradley. Can he get it up? They won't get it up. And that's your final. Much better performance by the Knicks tonight, but they still didn't have enough to steal one on the road against the juggernaut Milwaukee Bucks. Your final score is 99-93. And that actually portends well. Milwaukee wins the first 2 games of the series, but now we're going to go to New York. And New York is going to have to go with a little more confidence than they had after their horrible performance in Game 1. Welcome to the chat room, Dave Garner. Sorry to see that you've just come in at the end of what was a very entertaining contest. Very close throughout the first half. Milwaukee once again clamped down on the defense in the third quarter. And based on balanced third quarter scoring by Lou Alcindor and Bob Dandridge, Milwaukee opened up the lead in the third. New York tried to come back in the fourth, but just couldn't get over the hill. And it was Alcindor with 43 points, 10 rebounds, leading the way for Milwaukee. Dandridge added 17. Oscar Robertson with 11 points, 10 assists, but again, those 9 turnovers that helped New York to keep it close. The Knicks were led by Reed with 29. They did get 14 from DeBusschere, 10 from Frazier. But the foul trouble for Barnett and Bradley really hurt the Knicks' chances here tonight. All right, fans, thanks for checking us out tonight. That's the ball game. Thanks to Captain Carl, who was with us from the opening tap to the final whistle. Thanks to Dave Garner for stopping by. Mr. Excitement Rob was here for a bit. And thanks to everybody who checked us out. We'll be back with another ball game. Game 3 will come to you from Madison Square Garden on Friday night at 8 o'clock Central. Until then, thanks everybody for coming out. That's our stream, and I am out of here.